Greetings, everybody. It's Jeffrey Guterman on Super Bowl Sunday in Real World, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I'll be back in just a couple minutes with the lineups for Pittsburgh Pirates at the Montreal Expos, September 9 in 1969. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Greetings, everybody. It's Jeffrey Guterman here. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And in about 4 hours, I think really 4.5, we're going to have the biggest game of the year. Kathy has a warm-up question for us. She'll be asking us questions perhaps throughout the game at different intervals. Yeah, you had great questions. Your questions are always great, and with errors or without. That Cy Young in both leagues was really something. And stand by for the warm-up question. Oh, that's good coffee. Woo. That is such good coffee. Oh, that's... Oh. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and we've got a ball game for you. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates at the Montreal Expos, second of a two-game series. Looking at our standings, the Pirates have a 4.5 game lead over St. Louis. What's also interesting to note is that the Montreal Expos, who have largely been in fifth place ahead of the Phillies, have moved a game ahead of Philadelphia, and they're in fifth place. I'm sorry, they remain in fifth place. They've been in fifth place. Phillies are catching up. And what an embarrassment that would be if the Phillies fall behind the expansion Montreal Expos. Time's running out. About 22, 24 games left in the season. The St. Louis Cardinals play later on this date against the Phillies. And in fact, it's the last game on September 9. And then when we wrap that up, the big series, maybe the biggest series of the season, St. Louis at Pittsburgh, starting on the 10th with a doubleheader. And then the third game on the 11th. And here's the question from Kathy Harden. Elton John had his first #1 single in the U.S. in 1973. The first song of his to reach #1 with what song? And what a song it was. Joel Horlin goes for Benny. That's a great guess. I think he's right. And Benny and the Jets may no to both. Lord. I thought your song, Joel, was in 1970 or 71, but I'm not certain. It's a great question. Maybe, Lord. No to Goodbye also, God. This has to be it. Or Daniel. I'm sorry to flood you. Oh, I got it. Okay. All right. Surprised Rocket Man was never #1, but I guess not. Great question from Kathy Harden. And let's look at our opening lineups here. It's going to be Luke Walker, left-hander for the Pirates. Steve Renko, the right-hander for Montreal. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, leading off, it's Matty Alou in center field. Gene Alley at second. Batting third, Willie Stargell. Batting fourth, Roberto Clemente. Batting fifth at first base, Al Oliver. Batting sixth and catching, Manny Sanguillen. Batting seventh at third base, it's Richie Hebner. Batting eighth at shortstop, Freddie Patek. And the pitcher, left-hander, with 12 wins on the season, Luke Walker. The first place Pirates. For the expansion Montreal Expos, leading off at second base, Remy Hermoso. Batting second, that's in right field, Gary Sutherland. Batting third and left, Bob Bailey, who usually has been playing first base, but he's moving to left today. The cleanup hitter at third base, Coco LeBoy. Big Mac Jones is off today, so is Staub. Batting fifth in center, Jose Herrera. Batting sixth at first base, Ron Fairley. Batting seventh and catching, Ron Brand. Batting eighth at short, Bobby Wine. And pitching with 6 wins on the season, right-hander Steve Renko. And I have someone special in the bullpen if the Expos need somebody. And he was sent to me by Rhodes Scholar, but I'm not gonna, I'll surprise you all. That's unless Renko goes all the way. He did go all the way in real world. And in real world, the Expos won this game 4-2. In the first game of this 2-game series, the Pirates won it 18-6. The Expos used 8 pitchers. Doc Ellis pitched 5 innings and allowed 5 runs and got the win, his 18th. Al Oliver had 6 runs batted in. It was a wild, wild hitting blowout. And in just a couple minutes, the first pitch. Kathy Harden for the Pirates, and she just said that going through questions, she learned that Freddie Patek's nickname was Flea. Is that because he was like 5'4", or was he 5'4 and a half? Goes to show you that baseball is not about size. Freddie Patek, nicknamed the Flea or the Cricket, 5'5". He was the shortest major league player of his time, not all time. And he's still with us. He's 79. It's just awful. In 1992, his daughter Kimberly was paralyzed from the neck down in a car accident. Community fundraisers and charity events and a donation from the baseball assistance team helped the family defray significant medical expenses. Kimberly died in 1995. So it's such an awful tragedy. I hate to hear about that. And that's part of the struggle that I've been going with recently, is the finality of life. He hit 3 home runs in a game at Fenway, where he played for the Angels. Wow. I didn't know that. If that happened in Strat-O-Matic, would we say it's unrealistic? I did not know that. Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman in Studio B in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on a beautiful Sunday afternoon for a game of Strat-O-Matic baseball. In particular, our Strat-O-Matic 1969 replay. Pirates holding on to a 4.5 game lead over St. Louis in second place. St. Louis plays later this date. It's going to be Walker, left-hander, Luke Walker for the Pirates, and Steve Renko, the right-hander for the Expos. And the Expos take the field. We're at Jarry Park, and Renko on the mound taking his warm-ups. Catching him is Ron Brand. The infield is Fairley at first, Hermoso at second, LeBoy at third, Wine at short, outfield left to right, Bailey, Herrera, and Sutherland. And leading it off for the Pittsburgh Pirates, it's Mateo Alou, left-handed hitter. What a season it's been. Well, with Renko ready and Alou in the batter's box, we're all set. Here's Renko, the windup, and the pitch to Alou. That's 3-2 right-handed, and he pops it up to the right side at first base in foul territory. And Fairley is under it. He makes the catch, one away, and we are underway here at Jarry Park. Cozy Jarry, 3-2 right-handed, one down. Now here's Gene Alley. Renko throws a strike to Alley. Called strike. Road Scholar, you there? I got Karl, if necessary, from Montreal. Karl, you send them to me. Again, the Expos used 8 pitchers in the game on the 8th. Here's Renko and the pitch to Alley. That is 2-9 right-handed. That's hit well by Alley. Oh, it's into the gap, extra bases. And he's rounding second, and he comes into third with a one-out triple. A triple by Gene Alley. Here with one out. That almost left the ballpark. It was 2-9 right-handed. Home run 1-14. It was an 18. Alley only had 2 triples. So Alley on third with one out. A fly ball by Pops can bring him home. Here's Willie Stargell. Still very good coffee in the afternoon. Here's Renko now. And the pitch to Stargell. That's going to be 4-8 left-handed, and he flies it to left. That will be deep enough. Bailey under it. And Alley tags. Stargell makes the catch. It's 1-0 Pirates early on here. A run batted in by Stargell with the sacrifice fly. 2 outs, nobody on now. Here's Roberto Clemente. Whew. Okay, Renko now. He looks in. The pitch to Clemente. That's 5-7. Right-handed. Grounds it to third. For LeBoy. Over to Fairley, and the side is retired. It's 1 run, though, for the Pirates. On 1 hit, the triple by Alley with 1 out, and then Stargell brought him home. After a half, it's Pittsburgh 1, and Montreal coming to bat. You know, I'm having a tough time with the colors here. I'm looking, that's a black for sure. But that is a frickin', that looks brown to me. And I don't know why I keep messing those up. I guess your eyesight can't discern color as well as it did when you were younger. There we go. Let's go with a yellow 20 die. See if that works. I think that's part of the Pirates. I don't know if it's yellow exactly, more like gold. I'm not sure, one of their colors. Okay, here's Luke Walker for the Pirates on the mound, left-hander. He's 112. I must admit, earlier in the season, I wasn't using exact lineups. This is like in April and May. And I used Walker, I overused him a bit. So he only won 4 in real world, but that is a full disclosure. Walker taking his warm-ups, catching him Sanguian in field is Oliver at first, Ali at second, Hebner at third, Patek at short, outfield left to right, Stargell, Marialou, and Clemente. And leading it off for the Expos is Remy Hermoso. Okay, Walker is ready. The wind-up, the pitch to Hermoso. That is a 3-10 left-handed. Grounds it to third for Hebner. And he throws it to Oliver. That's one away. Kathy's first question, actually it's question 2. I thought that last one was a warm-up, but it would still be question 2. That comes up after this inning. It's 1 out, and Gary Sutherland is the batter. Walker into his windup. And the pitch to Sutherland. That is 3-3 left-handed, and he chops it to second for Ali. And it's 2 away. For Bob Bailey. Walker gets the sign. He's set, and the pitch. That is a 4-9 right-handed, grounded to short for Patek. He picks it up cleanly, throws to Oliver. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Luke Walker. And he's been a big part of this Pirates team. We've gone 1 inning. It's Pittsburgh 1, Montreal nothing. Now stand by and wait for it now. Wait for it here. Super questions on Super Sunday. In 1916, son of Frank Lloyd Wright invented this toy after seeing his father's design of the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo featuring interlocking beams. Wow. Let me read that again. In 1910, no Googling, folks. Oh, Horland goes with Legos. I did not know that his son invented Legos. Holy cow. Again, in 1969, Frank Lloyd Wright's son invented this toy. No! I thought it was a good question. After seeing his father's design of the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo featuring interlocking beams. Wow. I think that was a good guess by Joel Horland. Let me think. Let me think. God, I'm drawing a blank. Yeah. Well, Kathy says interlocking is the clue. I figured that much. I don't know if I'm just slow or what. But I'm not getting a clue on this. Anybody know it? Huh. Well, the assassinated president. Is that a clue, Kathy? Is that a clue? Oh, Joel Horland gets it. Great question from Kathy Harden. Whoa, great question. I remember Lincoln Logs, and I think I had them. I think I had at least one set of those. Great question. Folks, if you don't mind, I'm going to take this game slowly. I'm looking forward to the next one. That was a great question. I've had enough coffee. I've wasted a whole pot there. And I'm going to get myself ready to take hits. And folks, I go through this with you all the time, and I hope you understand and give me latitude. You know how much I do appreciate you all being here. And I am sincerely sorry if I go off into tangents when I ingest my medicine. It was a great question, Kathy. Super question. I had no idea, first of all, that Frank Lloyd Wright invented was an architect in addition to being. Oh, Frank Lloyd Wright. I was thinking of one of the Wright brothers. Oh, the architect, sure. But I should have gotten that. I'm going to partake in my first hit. I have a beautiful piece right here. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I just hope you understand. And I may regret this, but you only live twice, right? Absolutely, Kathy. You're very understanding. Kathy is very, very understanding. I don't really have snacks, Kathy Harden, or why don't we all share what snacks we have? I have Swedish meatballs, Frito-Lay chips, and two very, 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 very small frozen Butterfingers. And that's what I have tonight. How about you? What do you got? you got, Kathy? Lincoln Logs. I haven't thought about Lincoln Logs in so long. French bread pizza and potato skins. Boy, I could go for both of those. You know that? Lord. Well, we're back here, Jeffrey Guterman in Studio B in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And we have a 1-0 ball game. Pirates scored in the top of the first. We're heading to the second. Alley tripled, and then Stargell knocked him home with a fly ball to left. Here's Renko now. He'll face Al Oliver to start it off. Here's Renko. And the pitch to Oliver. That's going to be 2-10. Right-handed, grounds it to first, and that's scooped up by Fairley. And he takes it on to the bag, one away. Hey, RS, you there? And here's Manny Sanguillen now. They make them in plastic. Oh, hasn't everything been degraded? They were actually made out of wood. I mean, I imagine back in 1916 when he invented it, or whenever it was released back then, they were better wood. And even when I was a kid, they were wood, but they were, I don't know what to say, you know, some sort of probably composite of wood. God, has everything, you know, the same thing with like Mr. Potato Head, Kathy Harden. Mr. Potato Head used to have the pieces and you had to use a real potato. I guess that would be a waste of a potato, but everything has become plastic. Fake. I remember them. I also remember as a kid, my dentist had a set of them in the waiting room. The wooden ones, at least the wooden ones we knew about 60 years ago. Here's Renko facing Sanguillen. I was never a big fan of Lincoln Logs myself. The pitch from Renko. And that's 2-8 right-handed, and that's hit well for extra bases by Sanguillen. He's going to round second, and he's going to go into third with a triple. Second triple off Renko today. Whoa. Boy, was Sanguillen fast. He had 6 3-baggers in the season in real world. Same situation. 1 out, runner on third. Here's Hebner now, the gravedigger. Okay, Renko now. Oh, God. I haven't thought of Lincoln Logs. My God. Here's the pitch to Hebner. And that's a 6-8 left-handed, and that's going to be a double down the line for Renko. And Sanguillen comes home, so the Pirates now 2-0 here in the top of the second, and we have a Steve Aquilong. Oh, Steve Aquilong has arrived. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, Steve Aquilong. Who do you like in the game, Steve? Who do you frickin' like? A triple, then a double with one out here. It's 2-0 now. And Jim is here. Oh, he says his lovely wife preparing an epic nacho platter to go with the game tonight. Oh, I am so envious. I wish I had a lovely wife. God. Oh, Lord, am I envious. You're a lucky man, sir. Okay, Hebner on second, bringing Sanguillen home. Here's Freddie Patek. I hope this isn't a washout. The first game was 18-6, Pirates. Montreal used 8 pitchers. Al Oliver had 6 runs, batted in. You're keeping her? Okay. I didn't ask for her, JC. I didn't ask you to trade or just give, you know. But I envy that, a loving relationship. No woman would ever really live with me. They don't want me doing what I do, which is what I want to do. Here's Renko now, and the pitch. So you pay for it, you know. The pitch to Patek. 1-7 for the rest of your life. It's a grounder to short. That's going to hold Hebner. Wine has it, and that's two away here. And now Luke Walker is the batter. Luke, a 1 WL. Renko trying to get out of this, 2-0 now. And the pitch to Walker. That's 4-7. Left-handed, walked him. He walked Walker. Sorry. First and second 2 down. And that'll be top of the order, Matty Alou. Well, maybe because... Oh, you make her laugh. Well, you know, someone once told me, if you can make a woman laugh, that's half the job. Really. It's only half, though. It's 2 outs, first and second. Renko trying to get out of this. And the pitch to Alou. That is 5-4 left-handed. Grounds it to third X, our first X of the day. That's for Coco, 427. 427, that'll be a 417. Oh, Lord. It's a G1. Coco, a E27, 6-9-10. And he throws him out. A nice play by Coco LeBoy. And the side is retired. 1 run. 2 hits. The triple by Sanguillen. Big hits off Renko already. Ali tripled in the first. Came home. And now the big triple by Sanguillen followed up by a double by Hebner. And it's a 2-0 ball game. And we're heading to the bottom of the second here. Walker retired the Expos in order in the first. Here's Coco LeBoy to lead it off. Here's Walker now, the windup. Here's the pitch to Coco. That's 2-5, and he pops it up to second. And Ali is under it. That's 1 down. And here's Jose Herrera. Herrera getting the start in center today. Had only 126 RBIs. Okay, Walker, the windup, and the pitch to Herrera. That is a 1-7 left-handed, and he taps it back to Walker. A little dribbler, he scoops it and throws to Oliver. 2 down now in the exposed bottom of the second. And here's Ron Fairley. All right, Walker now gets the sign from Sanguin again. The pitch to Fairley. Oh, Lord, that's 1-8 left-handed. It's hit well by Fairley. To right. Back to the wall goes Roberto, and it's gone. A solo blast by Ron Fairley. That was lefty-lefty. It was 1-8 left-handed. And boy, that shot out like a bat out of you-know-where. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Ron Fairley. That is the 11th home run for Ron Fairley this season. My guess is he had 10 in real world. I don't remember. Let's look. It was 12 in real world. He only had 317 at bats. So it's 2-1 now. Here's Ron Brand facing Walker. Nobody on. Bottom of the second. Here's the pitch from Walker now. And that's 2-6 left-handed, and that is a drive hit out into the gap. Extra bases, a double for Brand. This is all with 2 outs now. A 2-out home run by Fairley, and now Brand doubles. He's the tying run, and Bobby Wine in a situation here. Okay, Wine steps into the box. Here's Walker now. That's 3-2. Oh, he pops it up. Third base, foul territory. And there's the gravedigger, Hebner. He makes the catch. And this side is retired. 3-2. Oh, left-handed. But 1 run. The solo home run by Fairley, followed by, that was with 2 outs, his 11th of the year, followed by a double by Brand, but the side was retired. But we've gone 2. It's a 2-1 ball game right now. And we want to welcome you here to the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network on this Super Bowl Sunday of all days, almost a national holiday in the United States. I say almost, you know, technically it's not. I hear the 49ers are favored by 2. What are your predictions, if any of you would like to share? And now we'll head to the top of the third. Here's Renko on the mound. He allowed a run in the first, a run in the second, allowed 1 out, triples in each inning, and they both scored. Bill calls it for KC 20-16. You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see like a walk-off, if there is such a thing. You know what I mean? Like a team down by 5 on the 12-yard line with 1 second left in the game, a walk-off touchdown, if there is such a thing. Okay, Renko will face Ali here. Ali tripled in the first. The pitch from Renko. That's 1-8, right-handed, fly ball left for Bailey, 1 down. This Gene Alley's been hitting lately. Now Stargell. Sacrifice fly, bringing Alley home after the triple with 1 out in the first. Renko gets the sign from Wine, and the pitch to Stargell. That is 1-11. Right-handed, there's a drive, out to left, into the gap. Bailey can't get it, it's going to the wall. Stargell into second with a double there. Renko getting hit today. Stargell, beautiful connection there, 111 right-handed. Bailey finally throws it in, pops on second, 1 down. Here's Clemente now. All right, Renko from the stretch. And the pitch to Clemente. That's 5-11. Right-handed, fly ball right field. Sutherland under it. He makes the catch, and Stargell holds. 2 down here. Wait, that's a ballpark. Oh, Lord, that's a full ballpark. Clemente and Power. Oh, my. But it's a 17 in Small Jerry. Oh, Lord. And it's gone. They must have a short right field porch. It's gone. Clemente with a 2-run home run. Let's look at that again, please. Four one now, Pittsburgh. I know they're an expansion team, Montreal, but with Pittsburgh just winning all the time like this, it's getting harder and harder for St. Louis. We'll let that dry. That's going to be a 5-11 right-handed. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. We got to have a replay here. We don't know what the hell this is. Shit. I might have moved the dice. 5-11 right-handed is a fly ball right. No ballpark effect. Holy cow. What a difference. We're going to do a replay here. Aquilon says he's for the Niners, but I don't see how they can beat the KC defense. No? I don't. That's interesting. We're going to have to look at this again, folks. I am so sorry, but we have these from time to time. We're going to go into instant replay mode. Instant replay mode here. Let's go back. The solo home run by Fairley, followed by, that was with 2 outs, his 11th of the year. Exactly. What we want to see is, was Clemente based on a 5'11 there? 5'11 right-handed, and was it read wrong? Let's get it going again. It's not. I hear the 49ers are favored by 2. For Bailey, 1 down. And from Wine, and here's Clemente now. See, this is real world. Instant replay here. All right, Renko from the stretch. And the pitch to Clemente. It is 5'11", and I don't know how I read. I think I was reading the 2 column, which is an error I make sometimes. So we look at it, it is a fly ball right. No need to and Starger will hold, so no need to continue it. That's the great thing about Strat-O-Matic these days, is that you can replay stuff that you could never have seen before.
Armor key will improve.
Whoa, and we are going to get back to this ball game here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, if I tell you the reason why I want San Francisco, I think you might laugh. If you promise not to laugh, I won't tell you. But it's a 2-part reasons. Okay? 2 reasons. I'm not a big NFL fan, but I love the postseason, especially the Super Bowl. And I really look forward to it. Okay, Al Oliver is coming up. We thought was a 2-run home run to Clemente to open this game wide open. No, it was a fly ball to right, taken down by Sutherland. 2 outs, Stargell on second, and now Al Oliver, the batter, left-handed hitter. If you promise not to laugh. Can I get a commitment from anybody not to laugh? Here's Renko now. And the pitch to Oliver. That is a 3-2 right-handed, and that's a base hit, for Christ's sakes. Stargell rounds third and comes home. It's a 3-1 ball game. I guess it's better than 4-1. Jesus Christ, these Pirates. No laughing there, Joel Horlin. Okay, thank you. I have 2 reasons. Once I was telling a woman, by the way, you know, I could tell you about it. You don't know the context. But I said to her, I can tell you about it, but you have to promise not to laugh. She said, I promise. So I told her about it, and she laughed. And I said, you promised not to laugh. And she said, but it was funny. It really happened. Really. I'm not going to tell you what the situation was. Okay, I'm getting sick and tired of these Pirates, really. I'll fall in love with them if they end up winning the division, though. But these if I were to tell you what it is, it would be so, for some people, so offensive. Not in terms of hurting someone or anything like that, or making fun of anybody, really. And I'm just not going to share it. Yeah, I have to learn to when to not share stuff. Someday maybe I'll do a series called True Confessions or something, just for shock value. I've been thinking of doing some sort of YouTube of something called Reflections, something that could be turned into a memoir. But I don't have the patience. Hey, Neil Hodgkinson has arrived, and he says he's watching the Super Bowl from South Africa. Holy cow. Awesome, Neil. Where are you from originally? Manny Sanguillen steps in here. We're top of the third. It's 3-1 now, Pirates. Really, they just will not stop winning. 81-36. Oh, they have they're more than likely to win over 90 games, the Pirates. We'll see how many. You're in England, okay. What brings you to South Africa these days? Do you live there now? Are you visiting? Now, Sanguillen, he tripled. You a Strat-O man, Neil? Are you a Strat-O-Matic man? Because I remember there's one British guy. You're living there, okay. How do you like it? How do you like it there? I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Here's Sanguillen. I'd really like to do a series like that, but it would be very shocking. I would put it on the adult mode. You know that, where you have to click to get in, to view it, due to the potentially disturbing material. Here's Ranko, the wind-up. And folks, I would really suggest if I do it called Reflections ever, don't view it or listen to it if you don't want to be offended by some of my thoughts. Here's Ranko now, and the pitch to Sanguillen. 2-4 right-handed, and he struck him out. So the side is retired. Ranko is not doing much for me today. He allows another run. At least he didn't allow a triple this time. It was a double to Stargell with 1 out, and then the 2-out single by Oliver to bring him home. We're in the middle of the third, and it is a 3-1 ball game. And I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and you play out of the park baseball Strat. Holy cow. You play out of the park baseball, not Strat. Oh, okay. And that's interesting because you're English. I imagine you're British, but you still know baseball, you still like baseball. That would be like me playing a tabletop or fantasy rugby game. You're British, sure. And you like baseball enough to be able to do that. You love baseball. And how old are you? And have you lived in the U.S. and how did you get into baseball? That moving to the U.S. might be a factor. Folks, I have almost 3 o'clock here at Studio B in the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and I really don't want to, annoy you folks. I'm going to try to make my breaks not too long, but I am pretty wild, I think I have a love-hate relationship with cannabis. Okay? That's what I think it is. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to get back to this game yet, but I will be pretty soon. And Ranko will lead it off. We will, I'll tell you what, Lord, we may let him hit. I don't know. He has really been trouble so far. He only pitched 103 innings, had 15 starts. They used 8 frickin' pitchers in the first game of this 2-game series. It was 18-6. So it was pretty crazy. The only person I can think of that I have would be Howie Reed, but I have someone really, really special. I have others. I have no. Some of these people pitch like 1 inning, so that would be quite doable. I'm looking who didn't pitch. Simbera didn't pitch. And they got a lot of pitchers. Yeah, well, I could bring anyone. I might hit for him. Really, I might freaking hit for him. And have some Bears start. I got someone else to bring out. That's all right. I didn't mean to barrage you there. Mr. Hodgkinson. I'm just curious, interested in how a British man, an Englishman, would that be correct to call you an Englishman, got into baseball. And yes, there's going to be a hitter for Renko. They've seen enough for Renko. He pitched 3. He allowed 5 hits. He walked 1, struck out 1, and allowed 3 runs. And coming in will be Karl the right-hander. He did not pitch in... Oh, Reed did pitch. God. It will be Simbera, though. And he's about as good as anybody, just about, next inning. Early exit for Renko. Let's see who's hitting. It's going to be Jim Ferry. Jim Ferry. You watched Field of Dreams, and you got into baseball then. Wow. What a great movie that was. Jim Ferry, left-handed hitter, coming in to face... Wait a minute. No, not against Renko. I'm so sorry. No, it's not going to be Ferry. Excuse me, people. I'm going to frickin' go against the grain here. And I'm going to bring in Big Mac Jones. I don't care why he's out or if he was hurt. But you know what? I'm going to do whatever the hell I want here. Yeah. Let's see if Jones plays in their next game. Yes, he does. So I guess they just decided to give him a day off. Well, he's not going to get it. He's going to lead off here against... Well, he's a lefty too. My goodness. But he's about as close to anybody else as that's decent. Let me just check something here. Let me just check one thing here, what I got here. I'm just looking to see if, oh, I'll bring this dude in. Yeah, I'll bring this dude in. Oh, no, he's a pitcher. Christ. Oh, I'm just playing around here, folks. No, none of that's going to work. Well, it is a little unusual, but it will be Mac Jones, Big Mac Jones. Left-handed hitter. I imagine that's happened in real world where they brought in a left-hander against the left-hander to pinch hit. Okay, here's Walker now. To lead it off, Mac Jones. And the pitch. That's 3-4, and he hit him. Oh, he hit Big Mac. And Jones is on. There's nowhere really to put Big Mac Jones. The two outfielders are, he doesn't play right. It just doesn't make sense. Let's just say he has a head cold, but they let him, and he's a 1-14 running here. And here's Remy Hermoso. My goodness, look at this card against left-handers, and they let this guy play. They didn't know. You know what I'm saying? This is like throwing away an out. Hermoso, the second baseman. God almighty. Yeah, that's all they have on the bench, just about, left-handed hitters. I have Don Hahn sent to me by Road Scholar. He can't hit left-handers, so we'll let him hit. Here's Walker now, and the pitch to Hermoso. That's 1-3, left-handed. Oh, he grounds it to first. Well, it's as good as a sacrifice. It's scooped by Oliver, taken to the bag. Jones is on second. Boy, they need a run at least. Oh, Lord help me. Lord help me, God, they need a run. Now Gary Sutherland. It's 1 out. Big Mac Jones in scoring position. He is again a 1-14 running. Here's Walker now. And the pitch to Sutherland. Oh, that's 1-7 left-handed, and there's a base hit. Oh, Big Mac goes to third and holds. It was one asteroid, though. We don't play clutch. Luke Walker now facing first and third with 1 out, and Big Bob Bailey. Sutherland on first, Big Mac on third, 1 down, and Big Bob Bailey is the batter here. So Neil plays out of the park baseball. I guess I hear about all sorts of people playing that game. Okay, Walker trying to get out of this. Infield back. The pitch to Bailey. Whoa, 2-4. Left-handed, grounds it to first. Jones will come home. Sutherland goes to second again. Oliver had to take it to the bag, and Jones scores. How do you like that? 2-4. Left-handed. What do you think about Strat-O-Matic? Wait a minute. 2-4 left-handed? Yeah, it's ground out first. What do you think about Strat-O-Matic, Neil? So it's 2 outs, Sutherland in scoring position, and it's a 3-2 game. Boy, they'd love to whiz. Big at bat here for Coco now. Huge at bats. Okay, Walker trying to get out of this. The pitch to LeBoy. That's 6-3 right-handed. There's a ballpark. A single ballpark. No doubt about it. 6-3. That's a 12. Against a right-hander in Montreal. Against a right-hander. And that's a liner to short, caught by Patek. And the side is retired. Oh, that's a tough break there for Coco. Strong line drive. Let's look at that again. It was a 6-3 left-handed, right-handed. I'm having trouble. I'm mixing up shit, but I'm checking. And there's your single ballpark from a right-handed hitter in Montreal. And it's single 1-6, line out to short the rest, and that's what it is. And the side is retired. We've gone 3 innings. The score, though, is 3-2. So the Expos are surprisingly still in this ball game. And there's a new pitcher. I don't know why it should be so surprising. Where the hell did I put Simbera? Where the hell did I put him? You know, this is all part of the the minutia of Strat-O-Matic and everyday life where you miss. There he is, a little rascal there hiding. Very realistic. Oh, you're going to get Strat-O-Matic. Okay. A lot of it becomes second nature, you know, the A, the B, the C. on fly balls and ground balls, the rules. I imagine you would know that. Carlos Sembera will come in. He's going to be taking his warm-ups, and now I'm going to take a break for about 5 minutes. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We have this ball game. It's 3-2 after 3. And we'll be back in due course. We're just getting started here, folks. In our afternoon game, our afternoon games are different. I would say they're different than the morning games. I'm wouldn't say less focused, maybe too focused on all sorts of weird shit. And I attribute that in part to cannabis, a lot to cannabis. It is Pittsburgh at Montreal, 3-2 through 3, and we have a new pitcher for the Expos. Turns out Big Mac Jones did get hit by a pitch to lead it off, and he scored. It was that simple. It was very strange. The ground ball by Hermoso to first sent him to second. the single by Sutherland sent him to third, and then another ground ball with only one out to first brought Jones home. There's Broadway. Rhodes Scholar has arrived. By the way, I have Karl available if I need him. I'm so glad to see you, Rhodes. Let's keep it a secret, though. I have Karl if needed. Right now we have Simbera. Oh, God, I like that. Oh, shit, I like that. Look at that. There he goes. There he frickin' goes. I have a Karl. I'll talk about Karl later because I can't see Simbera going all the way here. Broadway Joe, yeah, there he goes into the moonlight. There he goes, yeah. Broadway Joe there. I remember that Super Bowl. I think it was the Super Bowl. He had this fur outfit. Rhodes Scholar for the Spos. Rhodes Scholar, I'm for the Spos also. Just to let you know, Rhodes Scholar, I'm taking a little break. I do have Swedish meatballs. Taking a look at this ball game right now. It's a very unusual ball game. I to have been through it. And I'm just taking a little break here. I'm going to get back to it very soon. I'm on the cannabis now road. I'm off. I made a whole pot, 10 cup. I had part of 1 cup, most of it, and I said, why am I doing this? Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rhodes Scholar. Folks, I'm much quicker and much more focused in morning games. But I don't know what it is, folks. Whoops. Thank you, sir. I think I'll put those meatballs in right now. Bear with me. Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman trying to stay normal here after taking one hit. I think I might do that. My glamorous life, yeah. I just add it to my glamorous life. I don't have to make it a whole new thing, but I got to start making those. You'll join me. You're gonna join me doing what, sir? Because I already took a hit. I don't know if you do one. Maybe I'll do one very soon. Here's Karl Simbera, a new hope here for Montreal. Gene Mauch hitting for Renko after he allowed 3 runs in the first 3 innings. Montreal has kept it close. It's 3-2. Fairly hit a homer in the second, his 11th of the year. Big Mac Jones was hit by a Walker pitch and went around to score on a ground ball. Simbera is ready. He's a right-hander. It's going to be Hebner leading it off, the grave digger. Looks like Rhodes Scholar taking a hit there. Hebner, left-handed hitter. Simbera is ready now. The wind-up and the pitch to Hebner. That is 6-7 left-handed, and he walked him. That's going to be a problem if Karl starts walking people. Looks like he walked a fair amount of people. Hebner is on first here to lead it off. Here's Freddie Patek now. Walker on deck. Simbera from the stretch. And the pitch to Patek. That is 3-9, right-handed, and that is a base hit by Patek. Oh, to left for Bailey, a +1. Hebner rounding. We're not married to it. He'd be a 1-13, he'll hold. Lord, what am I happy about? And here's Luke Walker now. I forgot. For a second, I thought Patek was on Montreal. Here comes Luke Walker. He walked in the second by starting pitcher Steve Renko, who got was pulled out early. Now Simbera in trouble. First and second, nobody out. Pirates lead it 3-2 here. We're in the top of the 4th. Well, okay, Simbera is ready. And here's the pitch to Walker. He lays it down. He's a B bunter. He'll stay that way. He's a 7B, and it's a pretty bunt. Oh, is that pretty? Lord. It's hit to first, and Fairley has to take it to the first base bag. Now it's 1 out, second and third. He's even, I think we could say he's even in more trouble, Simbera. Here's Matty Alou. My goodness. Patek on second. Hebner on third, 1 out. A tight situation here for Simbera in his first inning of relief. Here's the pitch to Alou. That's 4-6, left-handed, grounds it to first, and he'll hold the runners. Unless we said otherwise, the infield stays back. Big out. Nicely played by Fairley. And if you go look at that, a B, If no runners are forced, runners hold. Huge, huge out, and a very, very nice play by Fairley at first. Here's Gene Alley now. And Alley has been hitting so well. He had the triple, came home in the first. He did fly out in the third, hit it well though. Simbera trying to get out of this, no way to walk him. I mean, you know, if Stargell is on deck, and then Clemente. How do you like that? Are they both Hall of Famers? Stargell's got to be in the Hall of Fame. What did Stargell have? About 400 something home runs? That's my guess. I'm not asking anyone to look it up. I'm just saying. Here's Simbera now, trying to get out of this. The pitch to Alley. And that's 1-7. And it's a grounder to short. He will get out of it. Wine throws it over to Fairley, and the side is retired. A big hand for the Expos. No runs, one hit, the walk to Hebner, second and third with one out, and Simbera gets out of his own problem. He creates a crisis, and he gets out of it. And we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth in due course. Rhodes Scholar got me in the mood. I think a lot of us are from the generation, my generation. 65 years old, born in 1958. And I'm just wondering, I won't make a big deal of this, but are any of you going through any sort of deep existential, psychological crises, if you will? I don't mean you're about to kill yourself. I mean you're just thinking about mortality, death, the meaning of life, loneliness. Any of you at all going through that? JC, you talking about daily you go through that? Is that what you're referring to? Because that would be good for me to know that other people are going through this. And I watch things like, okay, yeah, you too, Rhodes Scholar. God, that's almost a relief. I gotta tell you. That is almost like, really? Mine is daily, JC. And it scares the shit out of me. It's all related to my mother, who is in hospice, my father who died, my son and his wife. He's living his own life. And I need to accept that, to excuse that. Understand that he has his own freaking life. But it's haunting me. And I'm full of regrets. Here's more, JC, for more aware of my mortality since my heart attack and bypass last year. Very focused on loving my family and doing things I enjoy, taking better care of myself. Well, that's pretty, that's excellent, JC. And I remember your introduction on YouTube, which is a very, very sincere, I mean this, sincere and candid when you talked about your heart attack. You're 51 years old, 52 years old. I may have had a minor heart attack already, and you know, that's possible. Shit. Wow. You just turned 51. Yeah. You had bypass? I don't think I'd want to go through all that. Shit. But yeah, it's really, really haunting. But you, JC, you really seem to have it together. Wow. With a loving wife, seriously. I envy that. Wow. Thanks for sharing that, JC. And you know, I watch movies, you know, and I watched this, I was binge watching a bit yesterday and today, a guy who has a great Twilight Zone where he, coverage of the TV show where he has like a marathon. It's like 4 hours or 3 hours each. He has like, I think 3 parts. I've watched 2 of them where he reviews each and every episode. And it's almost as good, if not better, because I've already seen them all many times. I'm talking Twilight Zone TV show. And many of them have these themes that are very disturbing. One of the things I need to realize is I'm not the only one going through certain experiences. Oh yeah, Rhodes Scholar. He died early. Did you know that? He had heart troubles. He was a chain smoker. He, very intense, had heart attacks. I think he had bypass. I'm not sure. And eventually, I forgot how he died exactly. I think it was either on the operating table or I'm not sure. I'm gonna go look. And he's gone. You know, I shouldn't be so. It was 1975. He smoked 3 to 4 packs of cigarettes a day, supposedly. He had a heart attack in 75, was hospitalized. Then he spent 2 weeks at a rehab. Then he had a second heart attack 2 weeks later, and that forced doctors to agree in open heart surgery, which was not as routine as it is today. It was considered risky but required. The 10-hour-long procedure occurred on June 26th, but he died of a heart attack on the operating table. Actually, he had a heart attack and died 2 days later. He was 50 years old. 50 years old. Yeah. Joel saying, wow, there's a lot of there to unpack. Joel, let me unpack that one. Joel says, fending off anxiety is a daily battle for me. That's my battle too, Joel. But I want to tell you something. The anxiety is 2 things. It's the feeling, and I manifest it in my stomach. But it's also just the fear of the anxiety. And it's usually some worry. But fending it off, and you play Strat-O-Matic daily. JC says, I think we all die early. If I make it to 100, I will still want 1 more day. Wow, that's poetic, JC. Wow. I think that's really poetic. Really. I thank you folks for sharing all of that. And I'm glad I brought it out because obviously I'm not the only one. And we're all in the neighborhood of about the same age. Then, when I was watching some of these Twilight Zone episodes, really getting into, this guy does great narration about all aspects of how it was made, who directed it, the lighting, the twist, everything. It's so good. It helps me get a new appreciation, and so many of them go by, and I got to thinking, you know, I'd like to create, if I can, but I just can't write anymore. I don't have the patience. I've written quite a bit in my career. 10 years ago and back. JC says the world is on fire and we're all huddled together for warmth. You bet. That's interesting. Joel says, I feel the anxiety at the base of my throat, like I'm suffering something I need to say. Oh my God, that is, Lord, that is, stuffing down something you need to say. I'm sorry. God, that is, that sounds awful. I don't know which I'd rather have, yours or mine, but it's interesting how we manifest the anxiety in different locations. Mine is in the gut. It's not in the head. It doesn't, my head doesn't hurt. I do have the ruminations, the thoughts of worry going on in my head, I guess. But you know, mind, body are connected, and it manifests in my gut, nowhere else. And these are more than butterflies. These are like frickin' grass, I don't know what they are, but that's really something. And the weed doesn't help me. I'd probably be better off if I waited later in the day to do it. I might do that tomorrow. Give it a shot, start it at 5 p.m. tomorrow, then go to 6, stay on that for a while, build it to 7, to the point where take it right at bedtime. JC says his anxiety improved immensely on the other side of his bypass. Didn't realize how much it was physical. That could be. You know that? That really could be. You know, I think if you look it up, if it be high blood pressure or some other physical condition, can cause what they refer to as endogenous anxiety, not psychological, but physically caused. I'll tell you, JC says, if I don't stay busy doing something, I slip back into ruminations and worry. Isn't that so frickin' true? Isn't that true? You know, the problem with me is I'll take a hit of weed and I don't know, I get caught up in it. You know, if I could, you know, I haven't taken a Klonopin. I'm prescribed Klonopin as needed, and I took it daily for about 10 days to 2 weeks, just about. I might have skipped a day or two. And for the past 2 days, I have consciously decided not to use it, and I felt like I didn't need it. And almost today I'm feeling like I might want to treat myself to it, almost. But yeah, that's pretty intense stuff. Does anybody have the regrets, the awful regrets that you look back on your life and you feel like you've made mistakes all along the way, every juncture, every divergence, mistakes all along the way? Fortunately, I don't feel so much that about my son, raising him, but I do feel that I would have been better had I been better as emotionally and such. JC says, I like weed, but I notice that it can sap my will to do anything. And even though I feel relaxed on weed, I end up feeling sad or guilty that I didn't do anything with that time. Well, you know, I'm not sure I have that problem. Let me see how I might modify that sentence. I like weed, but I notice that it can create anxiety. Significant anxiety. And even though I claim to enjoy weed, I end up feeling anxious after smoking it. So That's how I would do it. Any of you can fill in the blanks. We're going to get to the bottom of the fourth in a minute. Yeah, Rhodes Scholar says in baseball you're a success at the plate if you get a hit 3 out of 10 times. I'm probably batting about 300 on life decisions. That's very interesting. Too bad life is not a game of baseball. Joel Horland says his worst regrets are opportunities bypassed. It's hard to stomach. It's interesting how Joel Horland has expanded an understanding of regret. What do you regret? And he says opportunities I bypassed. I regret that too. And if I could be honest with you, I had a girlfriend in high school, and we were very, very close. We were together for a while now, but after we were together for about, from December until I'm like 16, September till when it became summer, there was another girl, if you don't mind me, because she was 16, 17, and I thought she was so beautiful. And we started talking, and we belonged to a swimming club, a swimming and tennis club in our neighborhood. She lived in the neighborhood, and she had moved recently in high school to the area. She invited me over for lunch, and I frickin' turned her down. Boy, and I've Googled her, I've looked for her on Facebook. I thought she was so beautiful, and I regret that a lot. JC says, on the other hand, bourbon keeps me happy and relaxed. It's a better high for me. So you say, JC, that you do like weed, you do use weed, but it has these problems for you, and you like bourbon better. And I was watching one of your games. I think you're doing, if I'm not mistaken, you're doing a Ted Williams 1941 replay when he hit 406. And I think it was game 2 I was watching. I'm not sure, I think so. And you said that you were enjoying a glass of wine with the game. And I thought that was very nice. The problem with me with alcohol is it's the out of control feeling that I don't like. And I don't know how it would with my. That's wild, you know. I think I'm probably better. Maybe a beer would be good sometime. Here's one from Joe Horland. Jerry West's son invited me over to the house. I declined due to fear. He lived in my neighborhood. Wow, and Jerry's kid was my age. I was terrified to meet Mr. West. Wow, that's wild. So was that in SoCal, Joel? Was that in, there's an error there. I just saw it. Okay. Was that in Southern California? That's wild. West LA. Jerry was an icon at the time, circa 1970. You were about 10, he said. Yeah, I remember that. I remember how great he was. It was him and Goodrich, wasn't it, in the backcourt? The two guards were West and Goodrich. They had Baylor as a forward. Of course, Chamberlain was the center, and who was the other forward? Happy Hairston, I think. I think there were others. Wow. Well, I'll tell you folks, let me share this with you all. When you want to talk about having regrets over not meeting famous people, first, the context is that I've never, except for one instance, I've never had a problem introducing myself to famous people, talking to famous people, coming across famous people and saying things, sometimes to a fault. But in the 1990s, I went to Joe Robbie Stadium for a Marlins game, regular season. I don't know why he was there, but Joe DiMaggio was sitting in the box seat areas, but the back, where where you walk out of the inside where the concessions are, you walk down the sort of a tunnel, a hall, concrete hall, into the infield, the upper box seats. And he was in the first row. He was dressed in a suit, a dark suit with a tie, sitting all alone. And I walked by him, and I looked at him, and I just didn't have the balls to say anything to him. And I think it's probably better I didn't. It maintains the what's the word? It keeps the I can't think of the word, but it keeps that air of mystique. Okay? And this was in the 90s. My guess would be it was around 93 or so, when I think they won it that year, or 97. So let's just say I'm roughly in my mid-30s, at least. Mystique, yeah. Mid-30s. I knew so much about him already. I've always been fascinated by Joe DiMaggio's life, his marriage to Marilyn Monroe, the fact that the marriage ended and the connection, of course, with JFK, because it was after her relationship, I think, with her marriage to both DiMaggio and Miller, that JFK and RFK, I believe, had affairs with her. The fact that he was estranged from his son, isn't that freaking wild? The fact that his son got hardly any of his estate upon his death. He was a sergeant in World War II. The fact that he started in 1936, played with Gehrig, And how could you not fall in love with Marilyn Monroe? I mean, and actually, I understand her to be here's something pretty funny. This is some of the sickest shits you see. We all know he did Mr. Coffee. But did you know that Joe DiMaggio advertised Camel cigarettes? And look at that quote in a cartoon. I've smoked Camels for 8 years. They have the mildness that counts with me. He did need money. At the end of his life, he needed money. He was brought on by Oakland as a coach when they moved in '68 so that he could make up the required time to get a pension, I believe was the answer. And he advertised for Mr. Coffee endlessly in the 70s. He obviously needed money. I thought that was wild. And don't get me started on that, but I bypassed that chance to talk to him. Not that it would have been much. He might have just nodded and said hello. Let me just tell you this one quick story of something that happened. And I don't regret it because I just don't want to bother him. I follow a guy on X, formerly Twitter. We're going to get to the bottom of the fourth very soon. He is a political scientist, if you will, Norm Ornstein. I follow him. And he posts stuff about everyday life, all sorts of things. And he once posted a picture of his ticket stub from a World Series game he went to in Minneapolis, Game 7 of the World Series. And I don't know how old he was. He's a bit older than me. So he may have been about 10 or 12. This is 65 World Series. And he would go on and on about Koufax and how his dream is to have Sandy Koufax sign that stub, which seems a little peculiar to me. My dream would be to sit and talk with him and do an interview with him on YouTube. So I thought I would check it out. I'd say, I wonder if I can reach Sandy Koufax. He is a very, very reclusive person, supposedly. And I Googled Koufax. And so help me God. He was in there. You know how you can sometimes find phone numbers of people? And it has a lot to do with the problems of privacy. Well, I called. And by the way, he lives, I forgot which, but it's in Florida. Okay? My mother met him once in Boca Raton at a bookstore or something. I left a message if he could call me. I just left my name and phone number. Well, I fell asleep that night, I guess early. It was about 10 p.m. The phone rings, it's him. And I forgot what I said to him, but it was something like, thank you for calling back, Mr. Koufax. I forgot the excuse I gave to him as to, like, I was thinking of doing something, like an interview, but I really don't want to bother you. And he said, oh, no problem. I don't know if it was a holiday and I wished him well for a holiday or what it was. And he said something to me like, bless you, or take, something really nice. And I'm not making this up. I do not need to make shit up, folks. And now are you all Googling? I bet you it's still there. His phone number, it was his home phone, and it was an answering machine. And I would love to interview him. You know, a woman wrote a novel, bio of him. Supposedly, it's the only one I really think was done with a lot of research, and I wouldn't want to try to, you know, that's been done already. But I'll tell you something. Jane. What? I don't understand, Joel. Jane. What? Jane whom? Jane why? But in any case, yeah, I have lots of questions to ask him. I would want to get into great detail of his memories of, I forgot what college he went to, but exactly what happened when, oh, I don't remember, Joel, her name. I just know it was a woman. I'd go into him in great detail. I'd like to know, of course, about his growing up, his birth. His born name was Braun, and then his mother remarried. I don't know if they divorced or the father died, and he didn't. Oh, it is a good book, Joel. Yeah. I'd like to know when he was in college, because I understand he was and I might even start a question this way, and I'd need hours and hours with him. You know, Lawrence Ritter wrote Glory of Their Times in 1966 and actually sat with dead ball players who were still alive, and some of those recordings are available. They're all in text in his book. They're in audio books, but Tommy Leach I listened to part of last night, just fascinating. The famous one is what's his name? The pitcher turned who had to become an outfielder. But anyway, I want to know when he was in college. I don't know which one. It was in New York school, I think. I could be wrong. His first sport was basketball. Okay, Jane Levy, okay. His first sport was basketball. And when did he first... Rick Ankle, okay, David. I'm thinking of a different player. His first... when did he first start to pitch? When did he first pitch? How did it develop? How did he realize? Because I've read a little bit about it. I imagine Jane's book goes into that, I would hope. Meanwhile, I'm going to head here to the bottom of the fourth. I'm feeling a little less anxious. U of Cincinnati. I was thinking that, Joel Horland. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, here's Luke Walker coming up. It is a 3-2 ball game, so the Expos still in this ball game here. And it will be Herrera, Fairley, and Brand. Zimbera gets into trouble, second and third no outs, but gets out of it. Actually, it was first and second no outs. Second and third, 1 out, got out of it. So he's done his job for 1 inning. Here's Walker. And the pitch to Herrera. I guess he was a guard, right? 3-4 left-handed, hit well by Herrera. Into the gap for a double. A leadoff double for Jose. It was a 3-4 left-handed. And Herrera on second, nobody out. And here's Fairley now. He studied architecture. I think I've heard that too. I would get a lot of hits. If he gave me permission to interview him, I would say for posterity, maybe I should do that again. Leave him a message again to call me. And ask him, tell him who I am. Put him at ease. You know what I'm saying? And I would do whatever I need to do. Fly up. Because I'm down in Fort Lauderdale. He's somewhere on the west coast or north of me, last I heard. And I would come with my trusty tripod and It's not easy for me to get around. He studied architecture. Okay, so Haddad, I'll lead off double, and here's Ron Fairley. He married Richard Widmark's daughter, I believe. Never had children. You think about Lawrence Ritter and all the people he interviewed, because that's what that book is, Glory of Their Times. It's a multi-chapter where each chapter is a player, and it's basically a narrative provided by the player, written by Ritter from his interviews. And today, doesn't it make sense to identify, I'm talking about the oldest of old timers, and Koufax has to be one of them, and one of two that is alive, that's the best of them. Think about it. My criteria is you got to be at least 80, okay? And you, how good. I think the other one who's alive is Mays. He married Widmark's daughter. They got divorced. Then I think he married another woman, and obviously he got divorced. Okay, Walker now. Facing Fairley, who homered in the second. Here we go now. From the stretch, Walker, and the pitch to Fairley. That's 1-9. Oh, he smacks it into the gap. Extra bases. Herrera's going to score, and it's a triple by Fairley. Oh, my. And that ties up the ball game. That ties up the frickin' game. Let's look at that again. 1-9 left-handed. Whoa. Triple 1-8. It's a 2. Whoa. And it's 3-3 now. Here's Ron Brand. Walker having his own problems here. All right, here's Brand now. Sanguian just had a word with Walker. It's Fairley on third, nobody out. The pitch to Brand. That's 3-7 left-handed, and there's a base hit by Brand. And there's action in that's going to score Fairley. And all of a sudden, the Expos are leading. I couldn't be happier. Look at that again. 3 straight hits allowed by Walker. There's action in the Pittsburgh dugout. Bullpen, I'm so sorry. 3-7 left-handed. And now Brand's on first. Still nobody out. Let's see who's warming. Marone and Gibbon pitched in Real World. Gibbon's a left-hander. Marone is also a left-hander. Interesting. Well, I think that would be okay. They used 2 pitchers in the first game of this series. Again, they won 18-6. And the Expos used 9 pitchers, including the starter. It is Marone. Lou Marone. He pitched in this game in real world. Pirates lost this game in real world 4-2. Marone warming. And here's Wine. Walker now, and the pitch to Wine. That is 2-9, left-handed. It's a grounder to second. Alley has it. His only play is to first, and Brand is in scoring position. And here's Karl, the pitcher. Suddenly the winner of record. He will hit here. Their bullpen is washed up. We do have a little secret, though, in the bullpen available. Now, Simbera is a 2WR. We'll need a new hitting card for sure. I like the discussion we've had the last hour or so in text, but I have a question about Strat-O-Matic and the idea that we were talking about getting older and having, for lack of a better term, existential issues with aging. I have a question about, and it's sort of a negative question, not about Strat-O-Matic, but about playing it, especially like I do, that I'd like to pose. But unless anyone comes out and they want to hear it, and it's not meant to, maybe it's not even a good idea to bring up. Here's Walker facing Simbera. 2WR, the pitch from Walker now. 1 out, Brand on second, 2-6, he struck him out. So that's the first by Walker. It's 2 outs now. And Remy Hermoso in a clutch situation. Look at him against left-handers, and he started. He's 0 for 2. Just give me 1 second here to do something. It'll take me about a minute. That's pretty fascinating, people, though, to hear from so many of you that you go through issues, and you're about my age, that may not be exactly like mine, but they're some related. They are like them in some ways. Oh, here we go. Remy Hermoso, 2 outs now with Brand on second as the Expos score 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. They lead it 4-3 now. Okay, here's Walker trying to get out of this. The pitch to Hermoso. And that's 4-8 right-handed, and he walked him. So, problems for Luke Walker here in the 4th. First and second with 2 outs. I also thought it was nice that Koufax, and I could tell it was him, it was nice that I called him Mr. Koufax, nice that he didn't say, "How did you get my number?" You know, as if he's elitist or something, you know. But I can understand if he wants his privacy. But seeing Joe DiMaggio in person was wild, you know. Think about the idea that he's in the song Mrs. Robinson. You know, he's larger, almost larger than life. First and second, 2 down, Walker. Facing Sutherland now. The pitch from Walker. 111 left-handed, and that's a ballpark. Oh my. And it's a 6 on the 20 die. Lord. That's a right-hander. It was 111 left-handed, ballpark, right-hander. Whoa. And it is a base hit. Oh my, 1-6. And the bases are loaded. 1 asteroid with 2 outs. And they're staying with Walker. But I'll tell you, Bob Bailey, the batter now. This is it for Walker. End this inning now or get out. Okay, here's Walker now. Facing Bailey, right-handed hitter. The pitch from Walker. That's 5-6 right-handed, and he struck him out. Oh, as Walker, we'll see how he is in the 5th. But he had problems. But got out of it allowing 2 runs. On 4 hits, a walk. Leaving the bases loaded. 2 runs scored, though. And all of a sudden, the Expos lead it 4-3. And Zimbera will come out to pitch the top of the 5th. I have a poll going on X, by the way, if you're interested. I've had 155 votes already, and the only reason why you can see it, you don't until after you vote, is because it's my poll. Who will win the Super Bowl? 60.6% say the Chiefs. And there's about 1 hour left for voting. Another thing that I have trouble doing, and I've actually used this trouble to help me. You know, since the pandemic, I gained 25 pounds. I never had a problem with my weight. Now I've cut it down, so I'm about 190 now. 6 foot and 1/2 inch. And I have trouble knowing, my brain knowing, what I feel in my stomach, is that hunger or is that anxiety? The anxiety does feel better when I'm eating, maybe even a bit after. But what I've done is, measured my my food intake, timed it, independent sort of my feelings of hunger. I used to, how could I put this, eat to live. I didn't live to eat, and I was always thin. And now it's hard to live that way because I don't know if I'm hungry or I just have anxiety. I do have some where I could tell it's hunger. We're going to be heading to the top of the fifth very, very shortly. Excuse me. Straighten things out a little here. What a comeback by the Expos here. We'll see if Simbera can hold the lead. It's going to be Stargell, Clemente, and Oliver, the heart of the order, top of the fifth. Here's Simbera now in his second inning. The pitch to Stargell. That is 1-5, right-handed. Oh, it's hit well into the gap for a double, his second of the game. My goodness. And here comes Clemente. Oh. Oh, Lord. Okay, Simbera now. Whoops. Whoops, I put that in the wrong spot. I'm so sorry, everybody. My JC, my X handle is Jeffrey Guterman. One word. Jeffrey Guterman. Seems a lot of people here don't use it much. I used to use it all the time. I still do. I have really cut down my use, though, down to 1 or 2 or 3 posts a day. I used to do them on the hour or on the half hour, setting them up, presetting them. Mostly historical, on this date. In history, politics, the arts, culture. Well, that didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work either. Oh, excellent. I'll go check. Let me check to see. I should follow you too. Oh, there he is. Joe Cleary. I just followed you back, sir. I see you, yeah, you're tweeting a little about Strat-O-Matic. It's hard to get an interest in Strat-O-Matic on X. I have, every once in a while someone will come on and say, hey, I haven't thought about that game in decades. Yeah, I've gotten away from it too. Okay, Simbera in trouble again. Stargell on second to lead it off. Here's Clemente now. Oh, is Keith Hernandez on X? I think I saw that. Yeah. Clemente 0 for 2. The pitch from Simbera. I may regret this instead of walking him. And that's 6-6 right-handed, and that is a base hit by Clemente. Stargell goes to third, will hold. First and third, nobody out, Al Oliver. So Simbera getting in trouble, and there's action in the Montreal bullpen. Simbera's first endurance inning is the third inning of relief. He's in his second right now. Montreal will play the infield back here. Here's Simbera now. Whoops. The pitch to Oliver. That's 1-5. Oh my. It's a base hit. Stargell scores. Clemente goes to third. Still first and third. Second run batted in for Oliver. He had 6 in the first game of this series. And we're right back where we started. First and third, no outs. And here's Sanguillen now. Okay, Simbera. The pitch to Sanguillen. 6-6, right-handed. Oh, Christ, it's another base hit. And it almost looks like it was the same roll. But we have no choice but to accept it. 4 straight hits here. Oh, Lord. This was against a left-hander. Just curious what that was. My goodness. 2 runs in, Pirates take the lead now, 5-4. Let me just check that out. Oh, Lord help me. Just check that on the replay here. Oh. There he is. This is replay here. Cardinal on seconds to lead it off. Here's Clemente now. Those are rolling. Oh, is Keith Hernandez on that? Whoa, that was 6-6. Hold on. Sembera's first endurance inning in trouble, and there's action in the Montreal bullpen. Let me just take this back here with Clemente. I don't know what I would do if I felt I didn't roll him. Okay, Sembera in trouble again. Cardinal on seconds to lead it off. Here's Clemente now. Oh, is Keith Hernandez on X? I think I saw that. Yeah. Clemente 0 for 2. The pitch from Sembera. I may regret this instead of walking him. And that's 6-6, right-handed, and that is a base hit. Okay, that's by Clemente. That's 1, 6-6. Stargell goes to third, will hold. Sometimes they just roll. First and third, nobody out. Al Oliver. Sometimes they just roll again. There's action in the Montreal bullpen. Sembera's first endurance inning is the 3rd inning of relief. He's in his 2nd right now. Montreal will play the infield back here. This is a replay. There now. This is a replay. Whoops. See if we there. Those are rolled. Oh, those are rolled. Pitch to Oliver. That's 1-5. That's a different roll. It's a base hit. Yeah, that's a different roll, and then it's Sanguillen who gets the 6-6 again. Stargell scores. Clemente goes to third. Still first and third. 2nd run batted in for Oliver. Not that 6 in the first game of this series. Not that I would change it. We're right back where we started. 1st and 3rd, no outs. And here's Sanguillen now. Yeah, I mean, it's a different roll, so it came up again, 6-6, from a 1-5. It's meant to be able to happen on some occasions. Relatively rare, I would suppose, based on the law of averages. Yes, David, that is. I have really felt like I have made good use of instant replays. Yeah, gotten out of some real confusions. Either way, it looks like okay, Sembera. That's going to be it for Sembera. I think. To Sanguillen. Yeah. 6-6, right-handed. Oh, Christ. It's another base hit. That's only 1 asterisk. And it almost looks like it was the same roll. But we have no choice but to accept it. 4 straight hits here. Oh, Lord. I don't... This was against a left-hander. Just curious what that was. And there's going to be a new pitcher. And Gene Mauch is coming out. Gene Mauch coming out here. That's going to be it for Simbera. He pitched 1 inning and then 4 straight hits here in the 5th. What a disappointment. 5 in all. He's allowed 2. He's the loser now. Walker has not yet pitched 5 innings. Let's see who's coming in. Whoa, it's going to be Karl Morton. I thought his name was Martin. I remember Karl Morton. Karl Morton is coming in, the right-hander. This will be his first ever, at least in our replay, his first ever Major League appearance. Karl Morton. And he'll be the 3rd pitcher for Montreal. I remember him vaguely. He died at the age of 39. Assuming after he was retired of a heart attack after jogging. His debut was April 11 of 1969. We're using him for the first time. Karl Morton comes in. For Montreal. And there'll be a break in the action here. It is a 5-4 ball game. You know, the torture never stops. Oh, God. The frickin' torture never, ever lets up. Oh, God. I remember him vaguely. Guy dies of a heart attack, age 39. My Lord, what a shame that is. And he's going to come in, no outs, 1st and 2nd. Pirates leading 5-4. He'll face Hebner, Patek, and we'll see if Walker hits. Walker has allowed 4 runs in 4 innings. And I think on this note, I might just take a little break. I think I'm going to take a little walk outside and be back in about 5 to 10 minutes because I haven't been outside all day. Actually, I did go out to get some food. hope everybody's doing well. I'll be right back. Oh, shit. I think that's pretty wild, folks, that many of you have had somewhat similar experiences with aging and such. Yeah. You haven't been outside in a few days, David? Wow, how can that be? Karl Morton is coming out to pitch, folks. Karl Morton. His first major league appearance in my replay, he did play in April. And these nasty Pirates have come back again. Lord, they just won't let up. Okay, here's Morton, right-handed pitcher, first and second, nobody out, facing Hebner. The pitch from Morton, that is 5-12. Against the left-hander, grounds it to second X. That's only the second X today. Hermoso, 328. That's 15-3. G1 could be a double play. Keep them within one if they get out of this. 5-9-10, E28. It is a G1 clean first and second. And that is a double play. A ground ball double play. Oliver goes to third, but it's a great one for Karl Morton. Now it's 2 outs with Oliver on third, and here's Patek. Morton, again, right-handed pitcher. The pitch to Patek, 5-4. Against the right-hander, Patek, catcher X. That is Brand 4. Shit, I got some food there. 4-5. Four, 5, 13, 4. It's a PF with a runner on third. 6, 12, 14. E5. Oh, that's going to be a clean PF. Oh, shit, it's a pass ball. Oh, my. A pass ball by Brandon Oliver comes in to score. Holy cow. That's a shame. It was a PF, folks. A PF with a runner on third. What a shame for the Expos. With runners on base, a pitch gets past the catcher for a pass ball. All runners advance 1, and play resumes. What a kick in the teeth. That will be charged to Simbera, and Brand is charged with that pass ball, and it was that's what you call a very, very costly pass ball. Oh, Christ. 3 runs, 6-4 now, Pittsburgh. What a freaking shame. Patek's still at the plate here. Simbera trying to get out of this. And the pitch to Patek. That's 4-8, right-handed. Oh, and he struck him out. And the side is retired. 3 runs, though. And Expos had the 4-3 lead taken right away. 6-4 is the ball game. What a game. Wow. Well, maybe Montreal will be able to come back again. Have you been, if you'd rather not say, David, but have you been ill, or you just have not had the desire to go out, or what? Oh. Whew. We're going to head to the bottom of the fifth. Jesus. And they're going to give Walker a shot at this, see if he can settle down. He allowed a run in the second, third, and then 2 in the fourth, but they're going to stay with him. And Coco LeBoy will lead it off, 0 for 2. Oh. Here's Walker. That's 210 left-handed, popped it up to short for Patek, 1 down. So always the chance he can settle down into a groove after a rough start. Here's Jose Herrera, 1 for 2, doubled and scored. Walker. That's 6-6, right-handed, base hit up the middle. Herrera, his second hit of the ball game. Now Ron Fairley, possible cycle material here. Homered in the second, tripled. Knocked home Herrera in the fourth. Facing Walker again. 1 out, Herrera on first. Here's Walker. That is 6-8 left-handed. He walked him. Walker walks Fairley. They're going to put a short string on him. By the way, not to mention, Hartenstein started to warm up and Gibbon sat down. Hartenstein is warming in the bullpen. He's a right-hander for the Pirates. Here's Brand, 2 for 2. Brand, the tying run at the plate. Walker. That's 1-6 left-handed, a fly ball to center field. And that's caught by Alou. It's 2 away. And it's Bobby Wine in a clutch situation. That's 6-4 right-handed, walked him. And whoa, the bases are loaded with 2 outs, and they're going to have a hitter from Morton. I don't know if the Scholars here, but they're not playing around. He pitched well. 1 inning. Unfortunately, he threw the pass ball, but Brand was charged with it. You know, sometimes it is kind of the pitcher's fault. Simbera, the loser of record. And there's going to be a hitter here. Let's see who it is. With 2 outs. Tell you, they do not have right-handed hitting. They just don't have right-handed hitting. I'm going to go take a look at what I have here in my cards from Scholar here. God, nobody can hit left-handed hitting. Except, well, there are left-handers, though, that are pretty good. Yeah, well, I'm going to do this. It's a long shot. It's going to be Leo Marinette. Leo Marinette. I never heard of him. Leo Marinette hitting for Morton. Oh, shit. Here we go. Oh. Leo Marinette coming in. I think this is someone very, very obscure. Maybe not. His last appearance in baseball was in 1969. His first appearance was in 1965. He died of a heart attack at age 73. Marinette. Leo Marinette. And the ability to get a picture of him is just so hard. It is Marinette, Marinette, coming in to face Walker. Bases loaded, 2 outs. He is a right-handed hitter, if that helps anybody. Okay, here's Walker, and the pitch to Leo Marinette. That's 4-8. Right-hander walked him. He walked in a run. Walker has walked in a run. He's due up next inning. Oh my. And here comes Hermoso. So it's now a 6-5 ball game. We'll have to see who's pitching. Here's Hermoso now. Big opportunity here, 2 outs. They're gonna let him pitch. He's throwing. It seems unrealistic, but with him coming up next inning. Just seems too unrealistic to let him go on. So it's a shame with 2 outs. That's going to be it for Walker. Okay. I hate to do stuff like that, to go against my own. He is the winner of record. He did not finish 5 innings. So he's not eligible for that. He pitched 4 2/3. He was allowed to go on for a very, very long time. He allowed 8 hits. He walked 4, 3 of them this inning. Struck out 2 and has allowed 5 runs thus far. And let's see who's coming in now. It is going to be Chuck Hartenstein. Chuck Hartenstein coming in to get him out of it, with Gary Sutherland, a right-handed, Hermoso, a right-handed hitter, due up. So Hartenstein coming in from the bullpen. Okay, Hartenstein taking his warm-ups now. His endurance is 3. And Hermoso comes to the plate, bases loaded, 2 outs. Big situation here. Here's Hartenstein. The pitch to Hermoso. That's 5'11", right-handed. Oh, it's hit deep by Hermoso, but he has W power. It is a ballpark. Oh, my. It's a 4 on the 20 die, right-handed. Oh, my. It is a base hit, 2 asterisks. For Hermoso. Fairley scores. Wine scores. Marinette goes to 3rd. And a huge 2-run single here for Hermoso. Oh my, this game. That's 3 runs for the Expos, and they lead it 7-6. Oh my. Oh. All those charged to Walker, and he still has Marinette to be responsible for. 3 big runs, a big single, a 2-out rally. It was 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. Walker walked Wine, and then pinch hitter Marinette with the bases loaded. He walked them. And that was it. That scored the 1st run. And then the big 2-run single by Hermoso. Oh. And here's Gary Sutherland's 2 outs. Hartenstein trying to get out of this. The pitch to Sutherland. That is a 6-7 right-handed. Grounds it to second X. That's Alley, 221. (221) 18-2 G1 E21 5-8-11, and he throws him out, and the side is retired. But it's been a seesaw ball game. 3 runs for Montreal here. They just keep coming back. And after 5, it is a 7-6 ball game. And all of a sudden, Walker doesn't have to worry about being the winner of record, but he is the loser. And it just goes to show you that Morton is the winner of record, and we have to see who's coming in for the top of the 6th here. God almighty. And we're going to dig into one of these folks who pitched yesterday. I think it's going to be Roy Face, the right-hander, the veteran. Because they're going to probably hit for Morton a I just don't know about Morton. This is some game. I don't know. He's so young. But again, if you are Gene Malk, I mean, who knows what you're gonna do? I'm gonna think about this one as we head to the top of the sixth. Morton is the winner of record, though. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And Walker is the loser. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and I'm going to just confirm that, in fact, I am going to actually... Wait a minute. Oh, what am I talking about? Oh, yeah, Face will pitch. The other question I have is, will when we get to the top of the sixth, will there be a hitter for Hartenstein? And I think there will. Yeah, sure. And Marone and Gibbon are available. They're left-handers. I don't know what I have against left-handers today. God, this is really exhausting me. Just to show you, here's who pitched. I told you there were 8 pitchers in this 18-6 game, which was the first game of this 2-game series. And Face only pitched 1/3 of an inning and allowed 4 runs. Perfect opportunity. He did pitch a good amount. Oh, okay, Joel. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's for David. Okay. But all these pitchers pitched less than 2 innings, except Raymond and McGinn. I'm not going to start splitting hairs trying to find a pitcher and so forth. It is going to be Roy Face. So Face comes in, takes his warm-ups. Pirates down now, 7-6, and they're going to have a hitter for Hartenstein, I guess. And it'll be Gibbon or Marone, one of them. Oh. Okay, there's going to be a hitter. They're both left-handers. It's going to be Marone. Coming in for the Pirates, he'll be their 3rd pitcher. Taking his warm-ups. Let's see who's hitting. Expos lead it 7-6. It's going to be Jose Martinez to lead it off.
Which athlete?
Right.
Jose Martinez.
Oh shit, that was Siri. What a frickin'... How do you turn that off? God.
I found this on the web.
Lord. I'm sorry, folks. That's frickin' scary. Oh. Martinez, right-handed hitter, coming in to face the new pitcher. Bottom of the sixth, top of the sixth. Here's Martinez. Pitch from face. That is 2-7 right-handed. Fly ball left for Bailey. He makes the catch. It's one away. The veteran Roy Face comes in. Here's Alou. 0 for 3. Oh, Lord. Okay, Face gets the sign and the pitch to Alou. That is 4-7 left-handed, and that is a fly ball to center. And under that, Herrera to make the catch, 2 down. So Face handling himself very nicely here in his first inning, 2 fly ball outs. And here's Gene Alley. We'll be done before the Super Bowl. I think the kickoff is 6:30, isn't it? Alley 1 for 3. And the pitch from Face. Oh, Lord, 1-6 right-handed. Another fly ball to center. And it's Herrera again. 1-6 right-handed, makes the catch, a 1-2-3. That's something we haven't seen in a while. For Face, the fourth pitcher from Montreal. We're heading to the bottom of the sixth. Face is eligible for the save. And his endurance is 2. And it's going to be Lou Marone. Lou Marone. Taking his warm-ups. Whew. And here's Bob Bailey 0 for 3. It's 7-6 Expos in a back-and-forth ball game. Here's Marone. And that is 3-2. Left-handed, grounder to short. Patek over to first, 1 down. Here's Coco. Been quite a ball game. Tell you, the one scary thing is Roy Face is a right hand. Oh no, I'm thinking something else. I'm sorry, folks. Okay, here's LeBoy, Marone, and the pitch. That's 6-11, right-handed, pops it up. Patek at short, he's got it, 2 outs. And Jose Herrera, can't even keep track of who's had the big hits, but he's 2 for 3. Scored twice. Fairley's had a game. Brand. But the single by Hermoso put the Expos ahead in the 5th with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Herrera. And that is 6-6 right-handed. He walked him. Now Ron Fairley. Expos won this one in real world 4-2. Marone looks in. And the pitch. That's 2-6 left-handed, and it's hit the first. Oliver scoops it up and runs it to the bag, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the walk to Herrera. He was left on, we've gone 6. It's 7-6 Montreal. And here's Face in his second inning. If Face were to complete this game, there are some stipulations where the official scorer can give a win to someone versus Morton. I'm not sure. It really doesn't matter too much to me. But here's Face. See if he can handle. Here's the heart of the order. Willie Stargell now. 2 for 2. Sacrifice fly. 2 doubles. Knocked in a run. Scored twice. Here's Face, the windup, and the pitch to Stargell. That is 6-8 left-handed, and it's a fly to right for Sutherland. 1 out. Now Clemente. Pitch from Face. 3-11 right-handed, grounds to short for Wine. Throws to Fairley. 2 outs. Face is retired the first 5 he's faced. Here's Al Oliver. Got to be careful with this guy. That's 1-4. Oh shit, hold on. 1-4 right-handed, and that's a ballpark. That's a ballpark. That's a left-hander. It's 11. Left-hander, and that is a base hit by Oliver. He's 3 for 4 today. Just a crazy, crazy game. A lot of these games have been delved into the realm of madness. Here's Manny Sanguillen. Oliver on first, 2 down. Face. That's 4-8 right-handed. Struck him out. And the side is retired. So Face has looked pretty good here for Montreal. It's a 7th inning stretch. Marone, his second inning of relief now. It'll be the bottom third of the order, and I bet you they let Face hit. Ron Brand leads it off. That's 3-6 left-handed, fly ball left field for Stargell, 1 down. Now Bobby Wine. That's 112 left-handed, popped it up to short for Patek, 2 outs. And I was right, they're gonna let Face hit. Okay, not Gene Mauch. Never was a big fan of him. Face is a 3 WR. That's some wishful thinking there, that Face will throw 2 more good innings. Next one is his first endurance. Actually, he already pitched his first endurance. He's still fresh. Here's Face now. Marone, the wind-up, And this is his former team, the Pirates, if I'm not mistaken. The pitch to face. I think he was on the 60 team. There it is, 3-10, and he walked him. Marone walks face. And here comes Hermoso. Remy Hermoso with the big single, if you remember, in the 5th with 2 outs and the bases full. Knocking in the tying and go-ahead run. It's right here. Okay, here's Marone, the pitch to Hermoso. That is 3-8, left-handed. Oh, it's tapped back to Marone. And he throws him out. The side is retired. Yeah, so he was a reliever then. Yeah, that was an interesting team, that 60 Pirates team. It's no runs, no hits. The walk to face left on. We're heading to the 8th. Here's Face in his 3rd inning of relief. Top of the 8th. Hebner, Patek, and I think there'll be a pinch hitter for Marone because we do have Gibbon, who pitched in real world in this game. Here comes Hebner. I just get a little tired of using so many pitchers, but I guess there are complete games, you know. Like there were in real world. Here's Face now facing Hebner. Jeez, 4-10. Left-handed, fly ball center X. We haven't had too many X's here today. 4-10 left-handed. That's going to be for Herrera. 4-6. This could be trouble. 4-6, 17-4. It's an F2, E6, 4-8-11, and he makes the catch. A very nice catch by Jose Herrera. 1 down, and here's Patek. Yeah, that's, arguably one of the, if not the greatest single Major League Baseball games of all time, especially if you sit and watch the whole thing. And it's on YouTube, folks. They used to have just the radio audio, but now someone put the full game on. Same thing with Larson's perfect game in 56. That they used to have, I think, the last inning or something, but they have the whole video now of the whole game, the TV broadcast, and it's amazing. Here's Face now. The pitch to Patek. 6-6, right-handed. Oh, it's a base hit. I remember that. That was a little white out. If you see it covered up a little. Patek singles, it's 1 out. Now they have a good reason to pinch hit for Marone, who pitched 2 innings of good baseball. Both Marone and Face have pitched good baseball thus far. Whoops, that was 2 walks. It will be Gibbon. And let's see who's going to hit here. I think I know who it is. Jose Pagan. Even though I want Montreal to win, I know who to bring in here, I think. Okay, he's good as anybody on the bench. So here's Pagan stepping in. He's the go-ahead run at the plate. It's 7-6 Expos. Face. That was an amazing game. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Last I looked, of course. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Lord, it was something else. To sit through the whole game. Listening to the radio is great too. And in fact, as a general rule, I prefer radio, but as many people do, but watching this was something. Okay, face from the stretch. And the pitch to Pagan. And that is 5'11" right-handed. It's a fly ball right X. Lord. Damn. That's going to be Sutherland 4-9. This could be trouble. 4-9-9-4. Oh, it's an S2. Oh, my. E9. 5-8-12. E9. And it is a base hit, S2. And Patek goes to third. So look at that, face in trouble here. These games are just unbelievable. Patek the tying run on third. Pagan the go-ahead run on first. One out, infield back for Matteo Alou. And here's face. The pitch to Alou. 5-12, left-handed, taps it back to face. Oh, Lord, he's a 4-0. Can he get to it? Whoa, that's a reroll. 10. 10-4 G3. He's a 0. That's going to be a clean G3 here. With first and third one out. Oh, the tying run comes home. Face throws it to first, his only play. Oh my, Patek scores. It's 7-all. Pagan goes to second on the play. Oh my, oh my. The infield was back anyway, but I guess it doesn't apply there on the super advanced, unless it's a G3 pound or something. Here's Gene Alley now, which it wasn't. Whoo, Lord, it's tied up here at 7. Face trying to get out of this. Alley 1 for 4. Here's the pitch from Face. And that's 2-5, right-handed, ballpark. Alley has end power. Oh, Lord. Oh, it's an 8. Oh, my. 2-5 full ballpark. Right-handed. He's got the power. It's gone. A 2-run home run for Alley. And that's it for Roy Face. Oh, Lord help me. What a shame. I think Alley hit a big home run in the last game. My Lord, that's gone. Off Face. I'm sorry, we're going to keep him in, just see if we can get out of this inning. Really. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, Lord. That's a shame. 3 runs in here. Now it's a 9-7 ball game. Face loses face, you bet. That's a lot of face to lose. Christ. Gene Alley's been hitting very well lately. I'm serious. That's his 9th home run of the year. He's got end power. He had only 8. And it's going to be Stargell. There's going to be a new pitcher here. So sorry. Face is now the loser of record. He was the winner. And that makes Marone the winner. Gibbon for the save. My Lord. 3-4-5. He pitched 2 2/3. 4 hits. And we'll see who's coming in here to face Stargell. I've really just about had it. It's going to be Dan McGinn, even though I said I wouldn't want to use him, but he is a left-hander, and I'm going to use him against Stargell. He just died. It's been a very tough fought ball game. It's 8-7. Wait a minute. It's, oh yeah, 3-6, 9-7. I'm so sorry. 3 runs in this inning, 9-7. McGinn is ready. Here's Stargell. Just a ridiculous game. 3-4 left-handed, grounds it to second, and the side is retired. 3 runs, though, for these amazing Pittsburgh Pirates. We're in the middle of the 8th, and it's a 9-7 ball game. And Joe Gibbon will come out now. That's funny. We had Pagan pinch hit, and then they took the lead again. That gives Marone the win, and Gibbon for the save if he finishes. Joe Gibbon, left-handed hitter, pitched in this game in real world. Taking his warm-ups. It'll be Sutherland, Bailey, and LeBoy. Bottom of the 8th. The Expos will get one more crack at it in the 9th. They're down by 2. Here's Sutherland. The pitch from Gibbon. That is 2-10 left-handed. Grounds it to short, 1 away. Now Bailey. Looks like we got almost perfect timing with this one. Bailey 0 for 4. And the pitch from Gibbon. It's a 6-6 right-handed fly ball to center, 2 away. And here's Coco LeBoy. Gibbon going right through these folks. LeBoy 0 for 4. And the pitch. 2-5, left-handed, popped it up to second. That's for Ali. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Gibbon. We're heading to the 9th. Pittsburgh 9, Montreal 7 on play. Broadcast here on live on Super Bowl Sunday. This was September 9 in our 1969 replay. And McGinn comes in. He'll face Clemente, Oliver, and Sanguin. It seems like this lineup just is endless. This Pittsburgh lineup. Okay, here's McGinn. The pitch to Clemente. Lord, it's 1-7. And that is a grounder to second, 1 away. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, and they've done it twice, score 2 or more runs, they're down by 2. It'll be Herrera, Fairley, and Brand. McGinn, the left-hander, in case they want to get sneaky and bring Staub in. Staub not playing today. And he plays the next game, so they just gave him a day off, but we can put an end to that real quick. Here's Oliver, 3 for 4. The pitch from McGinn. Actually, that would be against Gibbon. Yeah, left-hander. 3-5. Left-handed, grounds to first, 2 away. And here's Sanguillen. I'm tired, folks. You know that? I get tired sometimes with these games. Here's, especially in the afternoon with the weed. Here's the pitch from McGinn. And that is 6-8, right-handed, and it is a ground ball to third, stopped, thank goodness, by LeBoy, and he throws it over to Fairley, a 1-2-3 from McGinn. He retired 4 batters. And this is it, bottom of the 9th, folks. Joe Gibbon for the save. Joe Gibbon for the save. What a game it's been. What a game. Oh, God. This has really been... Oh, we're going to head to the bottom of the 9th here. Expos down by 2. And all, the first 3 hitters, Pereira, 2 for 3 and a walk. Fairley, 2 for 3, a walk, a home run, a triple. Brand, 2 for 4 with a run batted in. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Gibbon. Here comes Jose Herrera to lead it off. Gibbon now. Pirates lead by 2. The wind-up, the pitch to Herrera. That's 4-8 right-handed, and he walked him. Gibbon. 6-7. In his second inning of relief. Herrera on first. Here's Ron Fairley. He still has power. In fact, it looks better against left-handers. Gibbon now from the stretch. He has a homer and a triple and a walk, scored 3 times. The pitch to Fairley. That's 4-9 left-handed. That's a ballpark. Whoa, it's a ballpark at 6. He's got the end power. Holy Christ. It's going to be a left-hander in Montreal. And it's gone. It's a tie ball game. Oh my, Gibbon allows the second home run. That's the second frickin' home run. 4 runs batted in today. 4 Ron Fairley. His 12th of the year. And it is a 9-9 ball game. This inning is not even started yet. There's no outs. No frickin' outs. What a frickin' game. Lord. Number 12 for Fairley. They're going to keep him in. What are they going to do? Take a pitcher out every frickin' time they let up a hit? He's going to face Brand. See how he does here now. Brand 2 for 4. The pitch. That's going to be 4-5. Right-handed. Oh, my Brand. A double down the line. That is it for Gibbon. Oh, my. Oh, shit. 4-5. Right-handed. And it is a double. That's exactly what it is, and that is it for Brand now. Gibbon, I'm sorry. One inning, 2 hits. 2 runs thus far. And let's see who's coming in. I prefer it not be Belinsky or Del Canton, who already pitched. Oh, Lord Christ. You know, this is just, I don't have enough pitchers for this. I want to see if I want to see something here. We're not going to go past 6. I'll tell you that now. Oh, God help me, please. Huh. Whew. Oh. It's unbelievable. I got to see something here on the schedule. It's Ellis. Moose. That's going to be 69 to 7 to 8. 9. God, this is just too much. I don't know how I'm going to possibly deal with this, but it will be Del Canton. I don't have much of a choice here to face. Wait a minute. Yeah, to face Wine. I don't have much of a choice. I have Belinsky if needed. They only pitched about an inning or so. This is a mess. Not really going how I'd like it to go, but it's going to be Wine facing Del Canton. The winning run on second. No outs. The pitch to Wine. Whoa, he lays it down. If it's a 9B though. Oh Christ. He's a 9B. Oh Lord. It's hit to third. Oh, that's a squeeze play. 9B, it's a beauty. Oh, it's a beauty. Hit to third. And the only play Hebner has is to first. It's 1 out. Brand on third. And the Expos are a fly ball away from the win here. 1 out. And there's going to be a hitter for McGinn. And we don't have a pitcher. We don't have a pitcher yet. Let's see who's going to hit here against Del Canton. Oh my Lord, look what they have. It's going to be Rusty Staub. Oh my. Staub left-handed. They could bring in Belinsky, the left-hander, but it just doesn't make sense to me. We'll just let Staub go ahead and hit against Del Canton. Not that much better. Here we go now. The winning run on third, 1 out. 9-9 game. It's Brand on third, Del Canton on the mound, the pitch to Staub. That's 4-12, left-handed, grounded back to Del Canton. He's a 317. 317, 7-3, G3, E17, 4-8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, he boots it! And the ball game is over! Oh, Del Canton booted it! Oh, and Brand comes home. Oh, it was booted. Oh, what a game. The final, Montreal 10, Pittsburgh 9 on a 1-out error by Del Canton with Brand on third. I'll have the wrap up in a minute. We'll be done before 6. Oh, Lord, help me, God. Please, oh, Lord, help me. That's just too much to go through. That's an awful lot to expect somebody to go through, you know. That's at least that's what I believe.
Karl for the Daily Express to show you.
It's actually Gibbon. I'm sorry, it's Gibbon who gets the loss. Yeah, I'm sorry. Eight, 9, 10, 11. Well, that finishes up another wild one, folks. Jeffrey Guterman here on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. The final score, Montreal 10, Pittsburgh 9 on a tapper back to Del Canton by stop, and it was booted. Final line, Montreal 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Pittsburgh 9 runs, 14 hits, out hitting and losing 1 error. The win goes to McGinn. The loss goes to Gibbon because he allowed the winning run on base. Enjoy the game, everybody.